from it for the most part, but occasionally I'm on the road and I'm hungry, and you know, I'll eat some meat that's just whatever.
Totally, it's a necessary evil, you know.
Sort of,
it's not
but really necessary.
It's not really necessary at all. Maybe that's the wrong way to describe it, but it's how the system's been set up, and it's actually why I started hunting and doing what I do, because I watched these documentaries like Food Inc. and these things that kind of shone a light on, you know, the system and how this stuff is actually being produced, and it's horrible. It's terrifying.
It really is.
Yeah, and
I think that's the real #1 problem.
And you know, and this vegan activist message to go after, you know, these types of farming, you know, we support as well. We agree with. So the fact that we were targeted for this was really, really frustrating.
Yeah, I think vegans, I understand where they're coming from, but I don't think that they have seen the big picture. And the big picture is there's some animals that need to be harvested. They're not sustainable. Wild pigs is the best example.
Yeah.
There is no way you are going to stop wild pigs without killing them.
No.
There's no way. You're not going to give them birth control. You're not going to, unless you're going to let loose fucking packs of wolves, and I mean packs, to deal with like what's going on in Texas. I mean, they're forced to shoot them out of helicopters.
That's crazy.
They hire people to come in with helicopters and shoot them from the sky. It's that bad. And this is farmers.
Yeah.
There's companies called Hella Hunting. Where,
That's crazy.
They have it on the side, like they have a wild boar and a fucking helicopter blade on their logo. It's crazy. They have to do it.
Yeah, no, and I don't have a lot of experience with that, because where I am, we don't have that wild boar problem. But I hunt with these guys from Mossy Oak, and I've gone down there and done one of these pig hunts, and they've shown me their fields, and like 1/3 of their cornfield is just destroyed. And they have to hunt them at night, or they hunt them with dogs, and it's a huge problem for farmers trying to make a living.
It is a huge problem, and vegans themselves need to understand that's your food supply.
Totally.
You're not growing your own food. Most people listening to this that are vegan are not growing their own food. You're getting your own food from a farm. That farm is being attacked by pigs. That's only one animal. Another one is deer. I mean, there's a shitload of deer in North America. What's interesting is California has a very weird way of handling it, and I kind of get it in some ways. The weird way that we handle it in California is we don't hunt mountain lions.
Okay.
There's no mountain lion hunting. There's very few deer.
Yeah.
I mean, I see deer in my neighborhood. You know, I live in a fairly rural area.
Yeah.
I see deer, you know, a couple times a week, but it's nothing like if you go to the East Coast. Have you ever been in the East Coast of California or of the United States, like New York State, that kind of area?
I've been in New York City. Yeah, I've been to the East Coast.
The state, if you go upstate, like New York State, there's so many fucking deer up there. It's one of the reasons why Lyme disease is so horrible up there. It comes from the ticks that were on the deer.
Yeah.
And people get these terrible, terrible cases of Lyme disease. And it's fucking everywhere up there, man. I have several friends that have really bad Lyme disease.
Yeah,
where
it's
they
horrible.
have to take, go to Jim Miller's Instagram. Jim Miller is a fighter in the UFC, high-level fighter who's been competing at the highest level for